I give you a great example. There's a local company here north of town. They put an ad in the paper. They needed to find 1,000 people, and these jobs paid six figures. About the same time, there was a report that came out, and Mike could speak to this better than I can in terms of the detail, that cited Charlotte as being 50 out of 50 in upward economic mobility. So I asked myself, how can this company need to hire 1,000 people and can't find them, and yet we remain 50 out of 50 in upward economic mobility? It's like water all around and none to drink. How did we end up in this situation? And I realize in part it's a disconnect. And you mentioned it, sort of box style education. As I got more involved in education, I realized that education was education for education's sake and nothing more. And in the world I live in, where supply chain management is critical, and I thought, well, if I ask leaders around Charlotte, any of my customers, what's your number one asset? Without hesitation, they would say, what? My people. And then I would ask them, well, what kind of time do you invest in that? And then I'd get sort of a blank stare. Well, what do you mean? Well, we train our guys. Well, are you investing in the community? What about the supply chain of human talent? That's a dumbfounding question to most of them, until they now begin to go out and look and say, well, I need to replace Johnny, who's been here 50 years on that machine tool. I certainly can find another Johnny. No, you can't. So we've had to create our own supply chain. We've had to invest time and energy and resource to help the educators. And God bless Mike Raylon. He's our bridge and access to that, and a willing partner to say, what do you want? What is the voice of the customer? Where is the voice of the customer at the table in education? Because we are the final consumers of that product, good or bad. And what I preach to manufacturers and businesses in general is, if you don't invest your time and energy into this, you will frankly get what you deserve. And you'll spend lots of time and money after the fact trying to make reparations for the people that you have on staff.